Hello and good morning. I'm Sarah, and this is Rachel.
Hi.
And we are all set up, ready to do an in-app live. So I'm going to switch the camera around and get all set up. Give me one moment.
Oh, I should probably turn my sound off.
There we go. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us in the app. This is our very first real, live in-app live. So we are ready to go. Today we are going to be talking about all things spring nail art. So Rachel and I have pulled a plethora of options. So let me just quickly show you some of them. Here's all of the different nail art stickers. And what you can do is if you wanted to use the search function, you could search for floral, you could search for leaves, you could search for daisies, you could search for butterflies, you could search for, let me think what else. Bees. Yep.
I thought you were going to
rainbows
with that and go florals, leaves, and floral and bees or whatever.
That's I could have. I missed a real opportunity.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Dang it. Really missing out.
But aren't these so cute? I do love these.
Hi, everybody.
And
Thanks
then you
joining.
have some happy flowers. I love these ones.
Those are so, I want to use those.
Yep. Dainty, pretty, very easy to use.
Yeah, so cute.
These ones would be ones that even I could use.
Yeah.
So
it's like abstract without being abstract.
Absolutely. Yes. And then we have some, these are white daisies. And I think nope, these are just white flowers. Yep. Not daisies, but like flowers. And then here's these cute ones. And then here's some words and some poppies. So there are all kinds.
These ones are bees. Look at the bees. Look at them.
Okay.
Look at the little
I really think it's a Gucci bee.
I don't know. Guys, what brand is it? Is it
has a
Gucci
bee?
that has a bee, or is it like Kate Spade? Because I know Kate Spade has a lot of black and gold, but
Yeah, Kate Spade does have a lot of black and gold.
I don't know. And I love these too. I just love the vibe of these.
So super cute. So these are all easy to find underneath of the nail art stickers here inside of the app. And again, you can just search keywords, or we have gone through and like sticker number 1, and then it has, a slight description of what it might be. So like sticker 18, I know it says floral, daisy type flowers. This one would say rainbow, multicolor. So anyway, you can search keywords, or you can search just through all of the stickers.
Or you can just swipe left because it has like a little swipe to buy option.
How great is that?
Yeah.
Then we've pulled a couple of our favorite floral foils, and we're going to show you how to use one. I think I pulled that one because I was going to use this one today. So here's Freddie, and here's Florin. Here's Rupert, Trevor, and Wally. So these are really easy options for spring. If you needed it to be super fast, this could make a full nail art on your client. You would just use full foiled, which if you need help with full foiled, let us know and we can walk you through that. Then I also pulled some stackers. Stackers come in all different kinds of shapes.
And every color of the rainbow.
Absolutely. So like here's butterflies, which is super cute. Here's some flowers.
I do love those ones. I love these little yellow butterflies.
Daisy.
They're so cute.
So lots of different options for easy spring nail art. And if you guys saw, there was a teaser put out for the new torch that has the silicone end.
Oh,
so
yes.
Especially when we're encapsulating different shapes like this, sometimes it can be hard because they don't bend.
Yeah,
these are pieces of plastic.
They're just flat.
And so they're flat on the nail. And so when we're working on a curved surface, then they just lay flat, and then you have this under edge that we're trying to fill in with gel or encapsulate, and then sometimes we can end up with bulky nails. So instead, with that new torch that's going to be coming soon, you can just press that down, and it's going to give a slight cure to the gel, and it's going to adhere all of the layers of these plastic pieces down, and then you would give a full cure inside of your lamp, and then you would be able to encapsulate in a regular method over top using Give Me Strength or whatnot. So anyway, these are just some ideas for you. And Rachel is preparing some swatch sticks while I'm showing you these things. Yep. And we are going to demonstrate a couple of designs for you. So what have you swatched for us?
So far, we've got a couple with some Baby Blossom. And
I do love that
Fall
color.
from Grace.
Fall from Grace is one that doesn't get very much love, but it has this golden
pretty.
shimmer in it. And it is so pretty.
It's such a pretty, like, soft delicate pink with that little bit of gold shimmer. It's just so pretty.
Absolutely.
If you have clients that don't like glitter, or they just want something subtle, I feel like this is a perfect color.
Fall from Grace for the win. Such a beautiful color.
And then I've got some avocado, which is one of my absolute favorites. I love this color. I love like weird khaki greens and yellows and all of that. So this is definitely my color. And
which I feel like is becoming very popular. And even though it's still not my color, these muted tones, like what one is that one? No, this one.
I was like, definitely not
this guy. So these are just those muted tones
Myrtle.
that are going to go so good together
Yeah.
and going to be perfect for spring. So this is Moaning Myrtle. So cute.
And then I've got your
so cute
coral reef over here.
Oh, which I love some coral reef. Absolutely.
I don't know what you want with your jellies, so
I love it. I can't wait. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Since she has one of the swatch sticks that I wanted, I'm going to get started right here with the design that I wanted to show. So I am going to, on one hand, I'm going to use all foils. So I'm going to, on one finger, one hand, no, one finger. So I'm going to be using Patrick, Otis, and Freddie, and I'm just going to kind of layer them. And then on the other finger, I was going to mix Jillian. So this came out with the Mother's Day collection, and these are various sizes of shards of glitter rather than cut pieces of glitter. There's long pieces, skinny pieces, round pieces, hexagon pieces. There's all different kinds of shapes in here, and she's just a beautiful shade of pale pink. She is iridescent, so I'm going to make sure to put her over a pale color or a pink color. If you put this over a dark color, you're going to get the blues and the purples and the pink payoff rather than this pale pink that I want. And I'm going to mix it with Bianca, which Bianca, I want to get close so you can really see that out of focus, like delish. Yes.
She's beautiful.
She's so pretty. So this is definitely a chunky. So I'm going to mix them together. It's going to make a chunky gel. But I'm going to be able to, because I'm going to mix it with gel, I don't have to worry about pieces sticking up and whatnot. Instead, I'm just going to lightly paint that onto the nail. It's going to be beautiful. So,
what did you want with these ones?
No, those I'm still deciding on.
Okay.
Thank you. You are very, very thorough.
I'm trying.
Okay, so first things first is we're just going to cut our pieces of foil. So we like to take it just from the middle and pull it up like this and then cut a piece so that we don't have to pull out the entire roll of foil. Instead, we can just cut off what we need and then store it away. I see lots of people store them in different books in different ways, but we like to just keep them in the jars.
They're just cute on the shelf.
Yep, they're just cute on the shelf. So I'm going to cut my pieces of, that was Patrick, which is a matte pink. And then we have Freddie, who is, he kind of has a peach undertone, but I'm just going to try to pull out this pinker versions in here by using these colors in the background.
Cute.
And then because I do love a holographic in any form, I chose Otis, which is a champagne holographic, and can't go wrong. Otis so on the tips of nails.
That's my favorite manicure.
Basically,
it's just like a foil fade. Ooh.
Oh, it's so good.
I love it.
It's just so good and so easy.
Oh, one of my all-time favorite Easter ones that I've done is just all of the metallics on the tips, but mixed up, and it looked like the foil from Easter candy.
Oh,
it was
yes,
so cute.
That is so cute. Okay, so I'm going to take my Otis, and this is just using the sticky layer of Baby Blossom. Now, one thing about gel colors, the Magpie gel colors, number one, they're 60-second cure. Number two is not all gel colors are sticky. Some of them are slippery. So that's where full foiled and get foiled come into play. I am going to be using full foiled in just a moment, but first I'm going to test the tacky layer. So if I don't get any transfer, then that could mean that this is a sticky, so it's not going to adhere, but we're going to just test it first. So this is a sticky layer rather than a slippery layer. So I am just going to tack on pieces of Otis just in the background like this, and then I'm going to do the same with Patrick. And
that transfers really well.
It really does. So cute, and I love that it's matte and shiny together.
Love a good mixed. It's like a mixed medium.
And then over top of this, I'm going to put a layer of full foiled, and the reason is because I want to transfer a full flower rather than trying to just get pieces. And also, this is a firmer, what is it called?
The
paper.
Paper.
This is much more firm.
It definitely is a lot less pliable. These are super, super thin.
So they transfer so easily.
They're like weightless, whereas this is a little more stiff. It's a little bit thicker because it has like a picture on it rather than just like a color.
So if you want to be able to transfer an entire portion of that rather than just pieces of it, that's where full foiled is going to come into play. Now, full foiled is, sometimes people have a little bit of trouble with it. So let's just walk you through. We want to apply this in a very thin layer. We don't need a ton. It doesn't need to self-level. It doesn't need to fill in any issues that we're having with our structure. So I'm just going to paint a very thin layer, and it does have a gummy type texture. Kind of has like
it's a little gooey.
It's a gooey texture, and that's why you want it thin. You don't need very much because it might not cure all the way. You might have some lifting issues, things like that. So a very thin layer and cure for a full 60 seconds. Now, the thing about that is you want to be directly under a lamp. So make sure your clients are putting their hand in the lamp properly, not kind of being lazy and being on the outside of it. They need to go fully into the lamp, give it a full 60-second cure. If you had an even more difficult foil that just has a hard time transferring, then you could go up to 2 minutes with this, and it's going to be incredibly sticky. So there's a couple of different ways to get your foil to transfer. Another thing I would say is that if your foil isn't transferring, or say you try to transfer it and instead of lifting back up, it kind of glues down, sometimes the transfer is on the wrong side and you might have to use the other side. Sometimes they put it on backwards.
Our Gabriel is on backwards, and we definitely tried
that for 60 seconds.
A while.
What is happening? It kind of glues down and doesn't release, and that's because we had to flip it over because it was on the wrong side. So that's also another thing you can try. This one I know for sure is on the correct side because you can see the pieces. If you were here, you'd be able to see the pieces that it want to transfer. Excuse me.
Tammy Miller says, I have mine in a book, but I think I like them in the bottle better. I think it's cute either way. I feel like a book is very efficient. And it's nice because then you can just flip through and there's all your stuff. But I like the bottles because then your clients are like, ooh, what's that? They can see all of it.
They can see, which kind of plays to the joy of being in the salon, is kind of to see all that fun stuff that we have.
Hey, thanks guys for helping out. Yes, Tracy, if we're doing more of like an abstract application of foil, usually we'll just do it on top of the inhibition layer of the color that we're doing it on top of, because usually it has enough grip, it has enough sticky to it that it will stick to it. But where she wants to do like a full application of these patterns, then she's applying the full foil.
Yes. Okay, so in the meantime, what I was doing is I poured a little bit of Bianca and a little bit of Jillian down here, and then this is just some Give Me Strength, which is our multi-purpose gel. We use it for all sorts of different things, but in this case, I'm just going to use it to make a glitter gel, so I will do that in a moment. But I need to decide which flower pattern I want to transfer. Now, the other thing about full foiled is that I suggest never leaving full foiled uncovered, especially on the free edge, because it does have that gooey, gummy texture, and what will happen is that it doesn't quite, like, it wants to lift apart, so your top coat sometimes wants to come off. So I'm going to put my floral pattern down here towards the bottom, like even like this. I could do another one up here. I could get as creative as I want. Another thing that you can do is with your scissors, you could cut, like if I didn't want this part. Today I did arms this morning, and my arms are shaking right now. Oh my gosh.
Do you want me to cut it?
Like, no, I'm going to concentrate really good and not cut an incorrect flower.
Wow.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you.
Guys, can we all
thank you. So if I didn't want any of these flowers, I could cut that off, and instead, now I can use these flowers, and I didn't want the other transfer.
You don't have to worry about, like, accidentally having like a broken flower in the middle of your nail.
In the middle of your design. So you can kind of customize your foils that way. Now what I'm doing is just pressing really firmly making sure that I get all of my foil, especially on our free edge. We don't want to neglect the design, but you can see it's already lifting off. So just making sure that everything gets pressed down before I lift it off fully. Making sure I get that free edge really nicely. And then voila.
Cute.
Voila, now I have flowers there. Okay, so then if I wanted another flower up here, I could cut out a little piece, or I could just kind of press on and make sure that my piece, this piece isn't going to really show, so that's okay. And I'm just going to, using really firm pressure, kind of pressing my design onto that full foiled. And you could, if I had a full, say I was covering the entire nail with this, I would have a piece of gauze or a wipe of some sort. That way I could just press like this and it wouldn't take me as long. You can also use the end of a silicone tool, like this guy. Our silicone tool is fantastic for pressing it down and just making sure that you're getting all of the pieces pressed where they need to go. Okay, and then once it is transferred, and this is where you want to make sure that your client goes fully in the lamp, because maybe the back of that didn't get the light as much. But then I have a flower at the back, I have a flower at the front. Okay, so that is just how full foiled works. And now I can encapsulate this with a layer of Give Me Strength and cure that for 60 seconds. And then I would go in with Like a Diamond as my top coat and give that a full 60-second cure. Now, Like a Diamond, this is Give Me Strength, and I'm just encapsulating this because I want to make sure that my free edge gets fully covered with gel so that I don't have to worry about lifting or anything like that. So then we'll give that a full cure. And then once that comes out, if I had my regular client, here's Like a Diamond, then I would put on Like a Diamond. And Like a Diamond is a super shiny, beautiful top coat. It does have a very slight inhibition layer that does need to be wiped off. However, it's not really a scrub. It's more like a gentle wipe rather than scrubbing off that tacky layer. It's very, very thin, so it's super easy to make super shiny.
It is a beautiful top coat, I will say. And I actually really love the consistency of it. It's super easy to apply, and it just, I don't know, just kind of like melts in there.
100%. It's just real pretty. So I'm just going to make a glitter gel with Bianca and Jillian. And I'm going to paint this over the other baby blossom that Rachel swatched for me. And this is what I would do on my client. This would be the full design using all the different colors of pinks, using that floral pattern. That way they have some dimension from the glitter. They have a pattern, so they have a design. So they didn't feel like they got gypped on having a design.
Because some people are weird like that.
Yep, they want the full experience. So this way they get all the pieces. So that this and this would make my full nail art. I have all the colors of pinks, peaches. It's very springy.
She's jazzy.
It even has, because it has this holographic, we have that rainbow effect. So you have lots of different things going on, but super fun, all paired together.
I love that.
Love it.
That's so fun.
All right.
That's a very fun spring thing.
Very cute. Very easy. Foils make things very easy.
Yeah. Tracy says, I love it for top coat over art. It's thick enough to fill in the gaps. Yes, I do love that. I do love that it is kind of a thicker, I don't know, almost like a rubber cement. It kind of feels like rubber up as a top coat.
Yeah, it does, like, which I love rubber up.
I love a good thick top coat. Like, it's just nice.
Absolutely.
And then you don't have to finagle it to self-level over all of your artwork. It's kind of nice.
Love it.
Okay, here's the thing. We have so many swatches over here, and we have so many colors and so many options, and I just don't even know where to start.
Do the Gucci one. It feels very...
So tell me, is this Gucci? Is this...
I think so.
Is it...
We're just going to say
Kate
it's Gucci.
Spade? Is it...
Okay, Kate Spade.
Is it Balenciaga? I feel like Gucci is not bees. I feel like Gucci is like a snake. Am I hearing that right?
I think Gucci does have a snake, maybe.
Here's your...
Oh, thank you. Glitter. Thank you. Okay, so fully cured. Then I would cover this with, depending on if I had any pieces sticking up, which is kind of bumpy, I would put just a thin layer of Give Me Strength, or I would have taken a little bit more time when I was putting that on. Made sure that it was a little bit more self-level, and then I would be able to just go ahead and put on my Like a Diamond. But isn't that beautiful?
That's so cute.
Love it. All right.
Do you have tweezers, my friend?
I can get you tweezers.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, because I kind of want to keep it simple, but I also want to add a little pizzazz because, you know, having gold bees isn't enough. Because I really want to use this, and I'm feeling like I want to add some of these little botanical pieces because look how pretty they are. There's like so much detail in like these little ones. I love these. So I want to add some of these and maybe like a little bee or maybe a butterfly, but I also want to add, I brought over some, is this the one that I want to use? Ooh, make it a good one. Brought over some North Star because I wanted to just add like a little bit of dimension in the background and then have the stickers in the foreground.
I love that.
So
now North Star, along with Pandora's Box and Angel Delight, Heaven to Betsy, right, all of these have this holographic, beautiful, iridescent glitter running through them. They're beautiful. They are a thicker consistency, but you're just going to paint them on in thin layers, just as you normally would with most gel polishes. So don't be alarmed by the consistency. It's just due to the glitters.
Don't freak out because it's so thick and it feels and looks like glue. It's not.
It's not. It paints on beautifully.
It's really, really not. It actually thins out a lot.
It's beautiful.
I kind of want to just break up the green that I have going on. So I'm just going to lightly tap on some of that, and then, I don't know. Do you have a brush that I want? I don't know that you do.
What is it?
I don't know. Maybe this. Is yours for dry or for wet?
Mine's for wet.
Nope. It's a little janky, my friend. It's okay. I'm just going to use your applicator. Or your illustrator.
Okay.
And I'm just going to kind of not really spread it out, but kind of diffuse the line so it is less harsh. Yeah, that's weird. That's fun. Love that. I love North Star though.
I love North Star.
Like even though it's
I love Pandora's Box. I love Angel Delight. I love them.
Like, it's just simple, and then we're gonna add some stickers, and it's gonna be cute.
North Star came out with a Christmas collection 2 years ago. What were the? Oh, it was the Hollow There.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those collections.
North Star, Diamonds in the Sky, Luna Eclipse, and Rocky Robin.
Yep.
Man, that was such a good collection.
It was such a good collection.
That was. Ooh, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Iconic.
Love
10
that.
out of 10. Good job cleaning your brush over there.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
Look, it's coming back to life.
So
this teal detailers can be used for a couple of different things. So this one had been used for gel, but wasn't cleaned out properly. But we suggest having two. One for dry. You can use it for pigments. You could use it for dusts. You could use it for even the chrome application that are in the pressed form.
Yeah.
But then we suggest having a second one for wet because it does make a really good gel brush. And then it makes a good, for instance, when I just made that glitter gel, it's good for those, because when glitter gets into a brush, you can't get it out kind of a thing. So we would just suggest having two different detailers as they serve multiple purposes.
I feel like this is going to be weird, but I want to add some of these as well. Because I like the green in these. Not like the blue green, but there's like a green in this.
I mean this in the happiest way, but you specialize in the weird.
Yeah.
You do. Like, you create magic when it's off the wall, which I love. I love watching it come to life.
Unconventional. That's what we specialize in. I'm just wiping off the sticky layer of these because if you're using stickers, you don't want any sort of slippery, sticky layer underneath it, or else they will not stay, and you will definitely have peeling and lifting and flaking and all of that, and it just won't be very cute.
So did you use prep and dehydrate
just
for that?
Alcohol, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it says on the back here what you want to do. You can remove with prep and dehydrate, but you do want to do that before you add your stickers, just because it'll just be a hot mess.
Definitely.
And then I've got some little planty stickers here, and I want to add this little guy because I like the shade of green that is in this. Ooh, maybe.
This one is going to come very in handy, especially in the coming month, because there's even these clovers.
Shamrocks.
Yep. So if you are somebody who wants it to look a little more shamrocky, here's your option.
Yeah, we love that. All right.
Already, that's so cute.
I'm gonna leave a tiny bit of space near the tip because when you're doing stickers or tape or anything that covers the nail, that covers the gel, you don't want it to surround all of the edges because you still want to be able to cap your free edge and cap your edges so that you don't have any sort of lifting or peeling away from your gel.
I love that.
And then we're gonna add. See, I really like this guy, but I like the height of this one. But then I also really like
love
this.
that these are in gold. How beautiful.
I really like these. Okay, so maybe I'll use, but I really like this like fern one. See, this is where it like trips me up because there's so many options, but I think I want to use this guy. Come off. These tweezers are a little more blunt than I'm used to using. Oh, it's because the tip of it is
It's
crooked.
a little bent. Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Okay, and we're gonna just gotta figure out where I want to put this, where I want my placement to be. Okay, we're gonna just nope, that's not where I wanted it. We're gonna kind of layer some stickers here.
Now, if you did layer it and it fell off to the side, you would just trim that off,
Yeah.
leaving a little space.
Yeah.
Okay.
And leave this guy. And we're gonna say that's like coming off from the side. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so I'm gonna push down where I want it to stay, and then I'm gonna trim off the edges.
And in with your client, here, come closer. With your client, you're going to use much finer scissors.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's always funny when we're on a live and she uses these big scissors. But
big old honking guys.
You should have a pair of salon scissors that are just really nice and fine.
Like cuticle scissors.
Yep.
But I like the contrast.
That's
like
cute.
The green and the gold. And then I want to add. I don't know. Do I want a butterfly? Do I want a bee? I really want a bee.
Mm-hmm. We want a bee.
Okay. I don't like the ones with stingers. They freak me out. Guys, I have a phobia of bees. You heard it here first.
Do you run?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. But these ones are cute, and they're
so cute.
Sweet.
And now with that shimmer in the background, aww.
It's like clouds.
Yep.
Or smog.
It's like, or smog.
Glittery smog.
It's very dimensional, very cute.
But I think it would be cute when we top coat, but I kind of want to add... See, this is then where I go overboard, because I'm like, ooh, what if I add this? No, keep it simple. Stop trying to add things. I'm not going to encapsulate. Normally, when I use stickers, I would add a layer of Give Me Strength over this, or like Shine Bright, something to just give it a little bit more of like a structure almost, just to kind of cap them. But they're so low profile, they don't stick out, not even one bit. So you can even just go straight to top coat. But I'm just going to top coat because we're on a swatch and it's fine.
Yeah.
And this is
also
like
if you were to use a layer of Give Me Strength or Rubber Up or Get a Grip, whatever you were going to use to encapsulate Shine Bright, it also, since you left that 1 millimeter, it just helps seal those edges.
Yeah.
But now that shimmer is coming through, and now it's really pretty.
It's way cuter when it's not.
Oh, it's really pretty.
All right, we're going to top coat.
Very cute. So very easy options for nails. Now I wanted to show you one that didn't have any stickers or any various product, and instead we are just going to ombre the jelly. So we're going to ombre the yellow and the orange together. So I'm going to get a fresh swatch, and you can do this with all of the jellies, and I think that this is super cute. I also love it when in the background there's some glitter. For instance, say Jessie Belle or Mary Belle in the background. So you'd put down a layer of clear, and then you would be able to put on your glitter, whichever one that you chose, right, in the background. And then you encapsulate over with the jellies. This is what I think makes it so fun. You can also do a full rainbow going across the nails with your red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So you can get as creative as you want. Think about even in the summertime when your clients just want something simple but they're going on a vacation and you are able to do an ombre with glass gels, the jellies. It is just so fun. So easy to do. Doesn't take a lot of time. And really doesn't take any extra nail art skills. Instead, it's just simple. Marrying colors together.
It's so easy.
Which I had a big dollop. Okay, so in case you can't see, you need to have somewhere where you can wipe your brush. Down here in the corner. So if you can wipe your brush off, because you don't want to put that orange pigment back, the yellow pigment back inside of the orange. And since I didn't want all of that orange, then I kind of wiped it off so that I can just be back to my yellow. And then I can start the marrying process. And I'm just wiping, I'm even getting a little bit of fuzz, but I'm just wiping it onto my towel. And then I can marry these two together. And as always, your first layer isn't going to be fantastic. That's where your second layer comes in. But I have wiped my brush clean so that I can put it back inside of my jelly. Okay, so give that a full 60-second cure. And if you were doing this for a client and you were doing all ombre, that's considered nail art. So don't be afraid, even though you aren't using, say, Bianca, or you're not using stickers, or you're not using these various nail art supplies, that you do need to be charging for nail art, because this does take a little bit of extra time and a little bit of skill. So just make sure that you are charging appropriately.
Absolutely.
All right. Waiting in my 60 seconds.
Do we want to wait 60 seconds?
No, we'll do 30. Since this is on a nail pop, we can get away with 30, but on a human, you definitely need to be curing your Magpie gels for their full 60 seconds. So just putting on another thin layer of orange. And another thing is that I'm kind of making it hard by going from the darker color to the light. If I was smart, I would have gone light to dark, because then I wouldn't be having the issue with the orange bleeding into my yellow, onto my yellow brush. But
it's fine.
It's fine, because this is real life, and this is what I would have done in real life, and I'm happy to show you what needs to be done. So just making sure that I wipe off any of the orange before I dunk back in. And I just needed a little bit more yellow pigment, and now I can just start blending these together.
But you do want to overlap before you do your second coat, because then it kind of helps the ombre to kind of soften up.
Tell me what that means.
Like how you had your ombre is like straight in the middle, but then when you're applying your second layer, you went over more than half.
Yes, I did.
But I feel like that kind of helps to soften it up, so you don't just have like a line down the middle. I don't know. It makes sense in my head, because then it like
come over more, so you have room.
Transition.
You have room to actually blend down the middle, because I have plenty of yellow, so I just kept blending in the middle. And then make sure that you're wiping off your pigment before you go back into your bottle. There we go.
Caitlin Paulson says that the ombre with the jellies is the best.
It is so the best. I agree. And super, super easy. Again, you don't have to have anything in the background. It is fun to have dimension in the background, so you could use glitters, or you could use flakes, or you could use whatever. You could use stickers in the background. Stickers would be so cute, and then jelly over it. But this on its own is a great nail art option.
Ooh, some glow in the dark.
Ooh, how cute would that be?
I have one more that I want to play with, because, but I also did not paint the base that I want to use, but it's okay.
Would you like me to paint one for you?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm just going to go on top of Kiss Me Kate. I would have done, like, Come What May, instead of having a shimmery, because I'm going to add glitter, but it's going to be fine. There's just going to be a glitter extravaganza. It's going to be great.
You can't go wrong with a glitter extravaganza.
You really can't. But I'm just going to add a little bit of clear Gimme Strength on a palette, because what I'm going to do is a little messy. So
I can't wait.
I'm going to mix some Emma and June. I'm going to mix Emma and June in this palette here. And I've done this before on a live. This was I don't remember when we did it. It was a few months ago. But this is not an original idea, so I can't take credit for this. I don't remember who started it. It was real cute. And then I'm going to mix these together. Ooh, that's a fun combo. I don't get to use June very much. That's fun. Sometimes I wish my clients would let me play more with glitter. They're so conservative.
Even though we have all of these beauties?
Yes.
So while you're mixing that up,
they don't know any of them.
Just really quickly, I wanted to show, I put on the gold glitz Top It Off on top of that.
So pretty.
Which just adds another dimension. So even if I had glitter or something behind, just adding this is just going to add even more glitz and glamour, which in the summertime when we're going on vacation and seeing our nails be all flashy, it really makes such a difference.
It really does.
If you'll cure that. This is a no wipe 60-second cure. So all I have to do is give this a full cure and then it would be ready to go.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, back to
what we were doing.
Music. I'm going to use these two jellies. I have the dark red and the red. I don't know if I want to use both of them or if I want to I think I just actually want to use the dark red because I want that more kind of rich, almost pink tone.
Love it.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply just a little bit in the middle.
I can't wait to see what's happening.
I've done it before, but I'm actually going to get a little more Gimme Strength just so I can have kind of like a slippery substance to work with to kind of blend this out.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is just gently kind of blend it. You can be messy, but there's really no.
So you're creating kind of a watercolor effect with the Give Me Strength?
Unintentionally.
Slightly. Just kind of thinning it out,
yeah. Yeah. If I were doing this the way I did it before, I don't remember how I did it before, honestly. It's been a while.
I love that you are playing for real. This is real life.
It is real life playing because sometimes we forget what we're doing.
Absolutely.
And that's okay. But I'm just kind of keeping it more central and trying to blend out the edges just a little bit. But I'm actually not doing like an ombre situation. It's okay to be messy with this. And then I'm going to add that little concoction that I made, just kind of all around. Doesn't have to be like right in the center, but I'm just going to kind of spread it around a little bit.
So it's kind of turning into gemstone. Gemstone.
It's like, yes, poor man's geode.
I love it. I love when we come up with poor man ideas.
Big fan.
Poor man ideas are just ideas of the same products we have right now to make something new and cool. Poor man ideas are awesome.
Yeah. But we're just going to add that. I'm going to give it a quick cure. I'm not going to cure it the whole time. Did I just drop a file on it?
That would have been unfortunate.
It's fine. Everything is fine. But then I also have these shapes that I wanted to use a little bit of. Because these ones with like the little flowers, they have little circles in them. And I want to use the circles. And then I want to use a butterfly.
So cute.
So we're going to do all the things. So I'm going to root through here and I'm going to find some little circles. Ooh, I love it when they're on the end. So I'm going to put them on my little palette so I don't lose them. And I just want a couple. I'm only doing this just to have like a contrast of color. Come off. Ooh. But it's not like, I don't want a ton of them because I don't want it to just be like overwhelmingly full of circles, you know? Just want a few little pieces to break up all of your glitter.
I didn't realize that there were little circles in this.
Yeah.
That the little cutouts. I see one there. One there.
And the ones with stars, they have like little mini stars in them.
How clever.
Anytime there's like kind of like a hole punch situation, they leave the holes in the middle.
That is so smart. And then you get multiple shapes.
Yeah. It's just super fun. Come off. They're so staticky, so they just want to stick to my tweezers. Okay. Come out. Oh, yeah, come here. Okay. All right.
So fun.
And then I'm going to just grab a butterfly or two.
This feels so much like spring. This morning, somebody posted, I woke up wishing it was spring with all my heart. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But it's not.
We freaking wish, dude.
Not yet.
Oh, we wish.
Not yet.
And then I'm going to use a little bit of that Give Me Strength that I had and just kind of go over this a little bit just to give myself something to stick these to. And it also kind of smooths out that glitter just a little bit. But we're going to add these just kind of in the midst of all the other glitters that I have in here.
That's really cute already.
I think it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I want that in there. The nice thing though with like working with wet gel is you just move them all around. You don't like where they are?
You don't like
move
it?
them around.
Just move it. Just never cure it. That's what I always told my clients was, okay, if you don't like it, just don't put it in the lamp. Whatever you do.
Tell me.
Just tell me before you put it.
Please don't cure it.
Please do not cure it.
I added a little bit of extra Give Me Strength to that guy. Alright, and then I'm going to add a little more glitter because I want to add just like a little more dimension with these bigger pieces because they have like that stark edge. I want it to be a little bit more subtle. So I'm kind of just covering.
So you're blending it in?
Yeah, I'm kind of just covering just a little bit the glitters that are already on there. Just to kind of change the effect of them.
I love that.
Let me add a little on top of the butterflies. Okay, and then we're going to give this guy a cure.
It feels like when you go see butterflies, what is that place called?
I don't know.
When you go to like the botanical garden?
Sure.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what that looks like to me.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's fun.
whoa, there's so much depth and dimension behind it. It's
Oh,
a lot
I
of
love
fun.
that. I love that. Thanks, bud.
Super cute.
But then that is the extent of the nail art, and I would just
That would
encapsulate
be-
it and then top coat it. And it took a little bit of time, so definitely charge extra for that. But it's not like you're drawing and you're not like painting something that is so detailed. Kylie, yes, I did it with yellow.
That's right.
She remembered.
On the Instagram Live.
Yes.
That's right, you did. Yes, so there are lots of different, so now if this had been a full cure, you would put, I'll let you finish.
I'm just gonna Give Me Strength, but I did not cure it the whole time just because they are swatches. But you would cure it for the whole 60
if you had a client.
Yes.
Now she's just going to encapsulate with a thin layer just to smooth out over top of all of that.
Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of like scrubbing in a little bit because these butterflies stick up just a little bit. I don't want there to be any pockets underneath.
Soon we will be able to flash cure that with that silicone piece, and it's going to lock those down. I'm really excited about that.
Very excited. Okay.
So make sure that you're curing it on your clients for the full cure. And we hope that today's live has just inspired you to try some new things, try some new color combinations, have a play with all of your nail art goodies. You can get all of the products we've talked about and more here within the Magpie USA app. And we hope that it was helpful. If you ever have a suggestion for what we can teach you or what you want to learn or what you're having trouble with, please send us a message because we are happy to help in any way we can. So until next Monday, have a wonderful week.
Bye.
Bye.